Right, hey viewers, this is Watch Me SC, and we are going over the second pair of patch notes since I started doing the patch notes. They updated the report a player function, talking about Malzahar here. We'll talk about him in a future video. And we have Akali. The animation is now removed when you attack. Same thing with a bunch of other champs, and same thing with Alistar, or similar thing with Alistar. It now deals damage when he's knocked into the air, rather than when they hit the ground. Blitzcrank just had a little bit of updating, and Annie was fixed. Cho'Gath basically deals damage now when he knocks them into the air instead of when they fall to the ground. His feast has been upgraded so he doesn't immediately revert to baby form. Gangplank had his parlay gold increase, which is solid for him. Um, I think Body Slam didn't have an AP ratio before. Not sure, but yeah. Janna. I think overall she was debuffed. Base damage increased, but the Howling Gale the collision with was removed, so she is not going to be hitting as often with that. Eye of the Storm. A little bit of AP increased, but the shield was lowered by a lot. Um, from like 20, 30, 40, 50 damage or so. 60 damage lowered overall. Damage debuff, or the damage was debuffed up until the last level where it's slightly higher, but um, Karthus just had bugs fixed. Master Yi reduced the animation delay, which is nice, so he's going to be able to perform those a little quicker. Mordekaiser had a bug there. Morgana, her passive now grants Spell Vamp, which is good. And Soul Siphon no longer works with non-spell damage. Nunu fixed the tooltip on his passive. Pantheon updated his ultimate so when he hits the ground he can pwn people. Rammus attack range increased. Mana regen per level increased. Powerball cooldown reduced. Defensive ball reduced the cooldown. The mana cost is pretty much lowered. And the Tremors is mana cost has been pretty much lowered too. So overall, Rammus got a pretty solid buff there. Rise got a buff. I think his base damage increased, armor per level increased, and the spell flux magic resistance debuff was increased. Soraka a little bit weaker. Her wish was nerfed a little bit there, but not a big deal. Taric, dazzle minimum stun duration increased, so that's good for him. He's gonna be able to stun even longer at closer ranges. And base damage increased, base damage per level increased. Teemo's got a pretty big buff here. The camouflage now is 3 seconds, and when he breaks stealth, he gets extra attack speed, which is cool. Blinding dart, cooldown reduced, mana cost reduced, not by a ridiculous amount, but the blind duration was also reduced. Move quick now only breaks when taking damage from a champion or turret, so creeps don't break it anymore, which is neat. And the buff is a little bit lower, but I think it's more useful. Toxic Shot applies the first application of poison immediately, which is good. The poison duration is reduced though, so it doesn't really matter because it applies immediately. And Noxus Trap, his trap fades quicker. Tristana fixed up a bug. Undying Rage is now castable while stunned or disabled. I don't really agree with that, but oh well. Bloodlust cooldown lowered, so that's good for Tryndamere. Twitch is up there with the animation with Akali, where he's now removed directly when you attack rather than when you begin your attack animation. And Zilean, his time bomb ability power ratio is decreased because it's probably about accurate. Um, Veigar had his damage increased to the champions who don't use mana on his ultimate. And let's see. I got a bunch of new items here. I'm not going to talk too much about them. I'll let everyone try them out first for a little while, and I'm going to try them out myself until I until I understand exactly what they do. Cleanse cooldown is increased, which is good. I like that because cleanse is pretty powerful. Revive, they're trying to make it useful, but still not so much. The new cooldown timers have numbers on them. I really like that. Spell Vamp is now an official stat. That's cool. Critical chance and critical chance per level was removed. It's fine with me. Flat defense penetration. This is just a bunch of like standard shit. You guys can read this on your own. I'm not gonna read it all to you. But yeah, that's it. That's really the main shit. Um, Haunting Guys was turned into a piece of crap. So I'll see you guys around. Hopefully you enjoy these patch notes, and I'll see you guys next time.